filming?
No.
Okay.
I try not to have memories of my own. I prefer memories that people have implanted in me. They have been ratified and approved. Those are the best memories. The real memories are just going to haunt you. You know, all the bad things are actual bad things. But if someone's just written them all, or they've just been given to you, they don't hurt as much. I'm very comfortable with past trauma. It's much better than future trauma. Past trauma is great, you know, once it's all been ironed out and once it's all been put in a box, once it's been analysed. You know, I don't get so preoccupied with that. Before I'd even written anything, I used to declaim. I would go to the top of a hill and I would declaim to crowds in my mind. And these crowds, fortunately, later became what would become the audience. But it's not as good. It's not as good as it used to be because, you know, when you go to the top of a hill, you sort of picture them all and you can see them. Now I can't picture any of them. You know, I have no idea what any of them look like. It's very nice that they would read it, but it's not the same. A lot of people were shocked when they realised that I wasn't using any punctuation at all. That's because I never went to school. So the issues that we were discussing, none of them are really convenient for this particular place. Right, now I feel that we need to really move things forward because at the moment things are just getting a bit, aren't they? Do you know what I'm saying? The truth is actually something over there. It's in that corner specifically. It's nowhere else. It's nowhere else. It could never be anywhere. I've chosen to go back here because I heard that there were vicious gangs that could spot an outsider in an instant and snuff them out. So I was a bit scared of that. But because we had a whole production team, I felt pretty secure. We'd finish school and everyone would go to the ice cream van and get some ice creams and we'd all run home. Climbed onto the track and got electrocuted. But apparently he survived, although he never came back to school again. But it was one of those big announcements in school and it stays with you because we thought they were going to say that's it for Wayne, but he pulled through in the end apparently. If I was to use a different voice, that's not going to work. But the voice that I have works in real life and sometimes in my head. I say that because in my head it's quite close, you know, it's very close. There's no escaping it. But inevitably for something like this, you're gonna need to use something flat. You know what I mean? It's got to have a smooth surface, otherwise it won't work. And that's essentially the point of this whole film. Back in 1992, I was not able to leave the house for the whole year, but people told me about what was going on. They would put little notes under my door and I would read them excitedly. It was so exciting. I had no television, no radio, nothing. It was just a blue room, and they always say a blue room is the worst. Because it's fine during the day, a blue room. You know, it's quite relaxing and calming. But at night, dark thoughts. What I was thinking was the opposite of what I'd said earlier. But what I said earlier didn't tally with what was said yesterday. So what was said tomorrow, and I say was said tomorrow because obviously that's how it goes. What are you going to do? I was very taken aback at the prospect of revisiting this town. It was built in 1967, around about the same time as Milton Keynes, and it was very, very, very successful. It was a very successful town, you know, in every way. Absolutely everything went right. They were just beside themselves with euphoria. They won loads of awards. They were featured in many films, and people just loved every minute that they lived there. It was wonderful.
Have we got one of those, a press release? Have you got one? Why do authors need a press release? Generate buzz in the press. Okay. Yeah?
Yeah.
What else?
I think that's enough.
Are you worried?
No, I'm not worried.